waters of judgment are flowing after the storm in Tarshish, the word for Beryl, Hurricane Beryl. Lucifer sits in the seas. And so after the storm, the man of perdition, the child of destruction, given into the power of the serpent, the tannin. Jonah cried from the belly of hell. An evil, adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and no sign shall be given but the sign of Jonah. And he left them and went away. The queen of the south shall rise up in judgment with the men of this generation and condemn them. The queen of the south, the queen of Sheba, heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord. She came to prove him with hard questions. So the queen of Sheba shall rise up in judgment. And Sheba means seven or an oath. And the transliterations are Shiva, Saba, Shiva. And in Zechariah 1:7, it appears as the 11th month, Sabbat. Transliteration Shavat, Sabbat. Linked to the Babylonian Saba. So that, the link is between all of them. It means derived from strike, kill, destroy, destroying rain. And so Sheba is from the line of Ham, right? Sons of Cush, and the queen of Sheba, and the month of Sheba. And Sheba came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices, and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him with all that was in her heart. So Sheba came with a great train, with gold, and with all that was in her heart. And you see, it's a queen. And so it's very much representative of the queen of Sheba, right? And the navy also of Hiram that brought gold from Ophir, right? The navy, the ships, and the gold. Sheba said, Blessed be thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee over the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore he made thee king to do judgment and justice. So Shiva linked with judgment and justice. So Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel 4 was at rest in his house, flourishing in his palace. Saw visions in my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said, Hew down the tree and cut off the branches, shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nebuchadnezzar had the dream of the world tree. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. So Shiva is the word for 7. So let Sheba pass over him. So 7 is Sheba, and it's judgment. And so it's let judgment, the times is like the period or the anointed time. So let the fullness of judgment pass over him. 7 is the fullness, right? Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times. The 7th angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple from the throne saying, It is done. So the 7th bowl of wrath, and it is done, the 7th. It shall come to pass when 70 years are accomplished, I will punish the king of Babylon and make it a perpetual desolations. So 7, judgment and the fullness of judgment. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he's driven from men and did eat grass as an ox, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird's claws. So the same hour was the judgment fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar. Revelation 18, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour thy judgment come. For the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth. So when the queen of Sheba heard the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him, to try him, to test him. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. But of the day and the hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christos and the judgment, right? The hour, no one knows. So Nebuchadnezzar, when the hour was fulfilled and judgment was upon him, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, the waters of judgment. Let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Fear God, give him glory, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven, earth, the sea, and the fountains of water. The third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which are and was and shall be, because thou hast judged thus. Right? The waters of judgment. So Sheba, transliterated as Shiva, and there's a reason. There's seven laws of karma. So as Nebuchadnezzar exalted himself and accredited himself with his throne and glory and majesty, God debased him and brought him low and gave him a beast's heart and took his kingdom away. So the seven laws, right, of Sheba. Sheba means seven. So it's all very revealing. And the link between Hinduism and the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Phut, Canaan, sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabata, sons of Ram, and the sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. So Rama, Sheba, which transliterated as Shiva, Rama, Barama, Vishnu, Shiva, and Shiva, the judge, right? God is the judge. Everything comes from Shiva. And so in Daniel 4, this matters by the decree of watches and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. So God says all things come from God. So everything comes from God. Shiva, the destroyer, the judge, in the theme of destruction and renewal. Shiva, a statue at CERN, the forearms of Shiva, like the nucleotides, with the pattern 10565, right? Mirroring Yod He Vad He, which when you say it is breath, right? Yod He Vad He. And God breathed into man the breath of life, and man became a living soul, the holy breath of God. So the right-handed DNA, a double helix DNA with the signature of God. And they want to put in a third helix, giving it a pattern of 10-5-6-6-6-5. So the 4, right? The destruction is, it's not the cosmos. Well, at the Gog and Magog, but it's, I've heard people say they had dreams of nuclear war, right? Physicist Carl Sagan had drawn the metaphor between the cosmic dance and the cosmic dance of subatomic particles. The nuclear war, the nucleus, right? Your atomic part, your atom, right? Your atomic matter, it'll be your temple. Son of man, stand to the prince of Tyrus. Thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the sea. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. So setting, setting the heart of God. At the Last Supper parody, the gender opposite, you see this blonde woman with the fair skin, right? Symbolizing Apollo, the blonde with the fair skin, holding up the dome, the cauldron of fire, because it's Colossus. And Colossus was Apollo, Helios, Nimrod, Lucifer. And so the Colossus statue is the judgments in Ezekiel for the king of Tyrus, and in Isaiah, the king of Babylon. You know, fire will come in the midst of thee, smoke will come from the north, the judgment will stand, uh, take thy kingdom away, um, break the rod. So, very much it's judgment, and, no cloak for the sin, right? Judgment. And so, this is symbolizing Lucifer, and by the will of God, you know, the prince of this world comes, the God of this world, Lucifer. But thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end, right? Colossus, the Statue of Liberty, inside the double helix DNA spiral staircase. She has the seven, right? Um, and Colossus was one of the seven wonders of the world, like Sheba, judgment. So the end times, the sealed up book, and with the crown, the corona, the spikes. The word for mark is sharagma, sharax. It could, rampart, stake, spike. And I seen a link to graph, like graphene, like the iron yoke, the carbon graphene. And one said to the man clothed in linen, right? Clothed in linen, which was upon the waters, upon the waters. How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? Right? Linen, the waters, the seven wonders, the end, judgment. The seven bowls of wrath, right? As Nebuchadnezzar in rebellion, judgment passed over 7 times, the fullness of judgment. And I believe in the verse he says, "My glory, my majesty, uh, my counselors." I think he says 7 things, and then he's restored, and then was added majesty. So God restored him for a time. So the heart of the beast, the heart of Lucifer, the heart of God, the heart of Baal, the heart of Babylon, the iron yoke. Right, 7 times will pass over. God bless. Thank you for watching.